What is up, guys? Stark here. I am back for another Fate video, and can you believe it? It is already September. What happened? I feel like I was just making the August video like 2 days ago. This is crazy. It needs to stop and slow down. Come on. Anyway, we can't do anything about that. We are actually approaching September, and by the time you see this video, it will be September 1st, which means another calendar video for us to go ahead and talk about. And this one is going to be a little interesting. This always happens during the anniversary season, and it's just, what do we do, right? What does NA do to slow the game down again, right? We can't just catch up. We're in, what, the 5th anniversary. If we would have done this properly every single anniversary leading up till now, we would be half a year closer to catching up to Japan. Now, we're never gonna catch up to Japan, right? But if we could at least get a year behind them, I think that would be so much better overall for the game, because just waiting 2 years for servants that we know are coming is just so annoying. Like, that's not the word I want to use, but it really is, right? So like, if we get up to 1 year behind them, and I know that throws things off because there's anniversary celebrations and we're gonna miss one of the anniversaries by catching up quickly, I think in the long run it's better. Now, yeah, ideally I'd love for us to be neck and neck, so when Japan gets content, we get the same thing. That way you don't have to worry about waiting and catching up. And there's always the fear that, you know, whenever the game ends, are we going to actually see the conclusion? Or are we going to have to go online, look for translations, things like that? I always worry about that. But there's nothing we can do about that. Hopefully the game doesn't end for quite a few more years, for a long time. Game's making plenty of money. Not something we should be thinking about, but that's just kind of the way I think about it. Anyway, so the whole point in this is that if we look at the calendar, the event schedule for Japan in September, well, we already got all those events. So what are we going to do, right? It's not like we're not going to have any content for the month of September, but I do think that they're going to slow the game down, and then they're going to use this month as a period of catching up to, I say catching up, but it really means slowing down so that we can align ourselves back to where we usually like to be for the game. I don't like it, but it is what it is, and there's nothing we can do about it. Regardless, though, let's go ahead and talk about a few things. So we do have the lottery event currently going on still. We have that for a couple more days, and then we have a new event that was a global exclusive, the back to school campaign. This one's going to last until the 12th, and this is kind of where I think we're going to slow things down, right? So we're going to use this opportunity to slow it down. Now, one of two things can happen. So we can get the hunting campaign event, whatever you want to call it. We could go ahead and get that immediately after the Scotty Fest, Skahawk Fest, lottery event, whatever you want to call it. We can get that as soon as the lottery event ends, and that's the way that it happened on JP. So as soon as the lottery event ended, we got the hunting quests. So we could do that, or we could get it after the back to school campaign ends on the 12th. I personally think that we're going to get it on the 5th. So that'll take us from the 5th until the 12th, and then that'll introduce us into the Gouda Gouda stuff. It does seem like there's going to be a lot of dead space, dead periods involved in this month. Maybe they'll throw us something else. I'm not really sure. There are other events, but they're not like summoning, like banner events or like playable events. They're just celebration events, things like that. So we'll see. I feel like they could sneak something in here at some point to give us something to do in between events. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and talk about it. Again, I have no idea what's actually gonna happen, but this is the best prediction guess that I could come up with. So I think we're gonna get all this stuff. It's just the dates are always in flux. Anyway, things that we do know. We do know that we have the lottery event available, and we also have the back to school campaign. They're already out. We already know what's going on there. So on the 1st of September, we have Skahak and Dearmid rated up, and then we have Ilya and Miyu rated up for that day. On the 2nd, Dearmid and Finn swap out. Everything else remains the same. On the 3rd, Ilya and Mysterious Heroine X Alter switch places. Everything else is the same. On the 4th, the last day of the lottery event, we do have all 4 summonable servants for that event. So you have Skahak, Dearmid, Finn, and Tamamo Cat. All 4 of those will be rated up. And then Ilya's banner remains the same. No changes to that one. But again, this is the last day for the lottery event. So if you did want to pull for those characters, that would be your last opportunity to do so. So then on the 5th, all 3 characters for Ilya's banner are available. So Ilya, Mysterious Heroine X Alter, and Miyu. I do also think that we're going to get the hunting quests on the 5th to give us something to do while the back to school banner ends. Like I said, though, this could not happen and we could get it on the 12th as well. Either way, there's going to be a week of dead coverage. So either the 5th or the 12th for the hunting quests is my guess. But there's no summoning banner on those, so really no point in talking about that anymore. So on the 6th, everything stays the same for Ilya's banner. On the 7th, it's just going to be Ilya and Miyu. This will also be the same for the 8th. On the 9th, Ilya and Mysterious Heroine X Alter swap places. This will also be the same for the 10th, so you have Mysterious Heroine X Alter and Miyu rated up. On the 11th, you have all 3 of the characters available again. And this will be the same for the 12th. This will be the final day for the back to school banner. So if you did want those characters, this will be the final opportunity to do so. And I do also believe that we are going to get the one of the Gouda Gouda banners on the 12th. Now, this is just a summoning banner. We already got the strengthening quests for Okida and Hijikata, I believe. I know I'm pretty sure we got the animation updates and all that stuff already. So it would just be the banner. Not 100% sure on that, but I do believe that we did get them already. But regardless, this is just a banner. There's no events or anything like that. So yeah, so you have Okida rated up, and then you also have Izo rated up. Izo is a limited edition 3-star servant, so he's only available during certain periods. So this is one of the few times he comes back, so if you do not have him, definitely go to try and get at least 1 copy of him. He's a 3-star servant, so he shouldn't be that difficult to get. But you definitely want to make sure that you are able to get him. Alright, so I did go and check, and we did get Okida's battle animation updates, so we still have the rank up quests to be able to get. But on the 13th, we do have Okida and Izo rated up. This will be the same for the 14th. For the 15th, we have Okida and Hijikata switching spots. So Hijikata will be the rate up servant with Izo. This will be the same for the 16th. And this will also be the same for the 17th. For the 18th, all 3 characters will be rated up and available. And this will also be the same for the 19th. This will also be the first day for Himiko's event, presumably. I do think that this one is a little more likely to be around the 19th or the 20th, just because we're going to have a week gap somewhere along the lines there, but I do think that the event's going to be placed somewhere around here. I don't think they're going to do it on the 12th. So, like, they could go Hunting Quest on the 5th and then Himiko's event on the 12th, but typically, like, Japan got the first Gouda Gouda banner a week earlier, so unless we get the Gouda Gouda on the 5th, and then we get Himiko's event, and then they do the hunting quest at the end, I think it'll go something similar to this. But anyway, we have Himiko rated up. She's going to be a new 5-star ruler character. Pretty good character. Looking forward to her pretty much. Really, I pulled for her on JP. Looking forward to that as well. We do have a new 4-star character, Saito Hajime. He is a saber. And then we also do have a 1-star, I believe he's an archer, 1-star archer, Oda Nobukatsu. Now, Oda Nobukatsu is available only during special friend point summoning campaigns. So he is like a limited edition friend point summoning character. Really should not be difficult at all to pull. Just pull on the friend point banner. You should easily be able to get 5 copies of him, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore. Just keep in mind that he is limited, so make sure you do it. And all 3 of these characters will be rated up throughout the entirety of the event, so there's no changes to this banner. On the 20th, there's no changes to the Okita banner at all. On the 21st, Hijikata falls off, so it's just Okita and Izo. This will also be the same for the 22nd. On the 23rd, Hijikata and Okita swap places, and this will be the same for the 24th. On the 25th, Okita's back and Hijikata goes away, and this will also be the same for the 26th. And this is the final day for Okita's banner, so if you did want to pull, make sure you do it by then. And then the 27th through the 30th is just going to be Himiko's banner by itself. There's no changes to any of the dates or banners or characters, so we're just going to leave it at that and call it a day. So yes, it's going to be a very confusing month, obviously, until we see what's actually going to happen. I do think it'll have some sort of structure like this. I don't think we're going to get the Christmas event in October or September. I think they're going to want to push that back a little bit longer. It just seems really weird for us to get that in September. It's just so early for us to get that. In JP, they got it in October, so that's why I think that they're going to kind of drag their feet a little bit so that we do get it in October, because pretty much by the end of the year we should be back on our normal schedule, at least until next July. So there will be a lot of dead period. I think in September there, I do think Himiko is really good and really worth pulling for. So I'm definitely going to be pulling for Himiko. I won't be pulling for anything else. I have all these characters, so it's nothing I'm too worried about. But don't be surprised if they do drop in some sort of event in at some point to kind of make up for the dead space and the dead period. But that's all I got, guys. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys are going to be pulling for any of these characters. If you like the video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I do have the links below to my Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and Discord. So feel free to check those out. And I will see you guys next time.